Okay, welcome to this tour of my ePortfolio. This is the home page. This section here contains an introduction and some hyperlinks to some of the other pages in the site. I've personalised it by adding a Voki, a kind of introductory message, and there's a kind of sense of some handwriting here, although it's not my handwriting, just to give it a slightly more personal touch. I've used the school's new logo and header down at the bottom here, and I've added an add this button so that anyone visiting the site just with one click can add a link to this blog to their website. The first page is a blog, and inside the blog is a link to my Tumblr blog. So this is held somewhere else on a different site using Tumblr, and I've embedded the feed using RSS onto this page. I've also included a screen grab of what the Tumblr blog looks like, a little description down here of Tumblr and why I've chosen Tumblr, and also a link to my Twitter page, my Twitter account, and a slightly defunct link to a Plurk microblog that I've sort of abandoned because I didn't really like it very much. The next important page is a documents page. I've tried to include here links to various tools that I use for file sharing, mind mapping, links to some websites that I've built using another great tool called Wix, and to some Web 2 applications like Scrapblog, SlideShare, Glogster. I've also uploaded a couple of documents with some thumbnail images of what the document looks like, and then finally a ViewVox slideshow. The most recent thing I've attempted is a survey using Google Docs. Google Docs is a really useful collaborative tool, a kind of cloud system for computing. It means you can create documents in a variety of different formats, presentations, and surveys and various other things using the templates available, and then either send the link to someone so they can collaborate with you, or embed the document in another site. This particular survey is about personal learning and thinking skills. I decided to lump some of my interests together here on one page. Originally I had them separated out. I haven't yet designed, as you can see, the general interests page, but I've included 3 sub-pages here. It's really easy to do this in Weebly, so I've decided to feature my interests, which at the moment extend as far as photography, music and books. On the music page, if I just go there, you can see that I've linked to my Last FM site and Blip FM, which I use not as often as Last FM. And then I've embedded a radio show from one of my favourite online DJs. This is a show all about African music, and I can actually play that from inside the site using this widget. There it is. And I quite like this because it allows this page to be a bit more interactive, so I can play this show, or if I click on my Last FM button over here, hopefully this will work, it will. There we go. It will link to my playlist in Last FM and make that experience for the visitor to my page a little bit more interesting. I'll leave that playing. Okay, the video page is pretty self-explanatory. These are videos that I've made recently and uploaded to YouTube. On the podcast page, I've used 2 different resources. One is AudioBoo, which works brilliantly using my iPhone, and I've also been experimenting with iPadio. On the links page, I'm using a feed from Delicious, which is an online social bookmarking site. This has been really useful and has sort of replaced my usual bookmarking process on the machine itself. And then finally, I have a contact form so that people can send me a message. Okay, that's the virtual tour of my ePortfolio. There are a few things I need to do to improve it. I'm really looking forward to watching your virtual tours of your ePortfolios.